This tech tip video is going to go over the attached component in Vericut and what it is. The attached component is an important concept to understand whether you are using one of our CAD/CAM interfaces or if you are outputting models manually from a CAD/CAM system and importing them manually into Vericut. Components are found inside of the project tree. A component is not a model. A component contains models or has models underneath it. You can think of them as a container for models. Components are not just for organizing and containing models. They can be an axis, rotary, or something else like a fixture, stock, and design. If you were to put models under the stock component, that tells Vericut it is okay to remove material from these models. If the component is a linear axis or a rotary, then Vericut knows it is not okay to cut into these models and will produce a warning as long as the collision detection is turned on and set up properly. I will now demonstrate how to figure out where your attached component is. If your screen looks like mine, you may need to click on the Show Machine Components icon. You can click on it again in order to collapse the tree. Now I can see my attached component. In order to see where this origin is and how it's oriented, I can right click in the graphics area, go down to Display Axis, and turn on Component. You will not see a coordinate system displayed in the graphics until you click on a component. So if I click on Attach, now I can see a coordinate system and see an orientation of that coordinate system. As I zoom in, I can see that it's centered on the palette and it's on top of the palette. All fixture, stock, and design components need to be placed underneath an attached component. The attached component is connected and set up with the machine file. The attached component can be anywhere you would like it to be, but should be in a place that makes sense and is easy for you to use. For example, the top center of a table, corner of the table, or maybe even the pivot point of a table machine. The attached component should be a common anchor point across all Vericut projects that use this machine and should not be moved unless it makes sense to do so. Changing the attached component location will change all Vericut project files that use this machine file. The attach is a common anchor point that will be how models are received when brought into Vericut. Here's the part that I'm going to export out of Mastercam and bring it into Vericut manually. I'm going to use this coordinate system or plane called Vericut Setup 1 Attach. As you can see that it's set to the bottom of my vise and it's centered about this hole with the x-axis pointing to the right and the z-axis pointing up. I'm going to go ahead and save these files out and then bring them into Vericut manually. I'm going to use the drag and drop feature and drag and drop these models in my File Explorer onto my fixture and my stock. As you can see, my fixture and my stock are placed correctly on the palette. This is because I used a coordinate system that matches my attached coordinate system inside of Vericut when I exported these models. If I click on the fixture, I can see that my component origin is in the same place as my attached component. If I right click and go down to Display Axis and turn on my model coordinate system, and I click on one of these models, you'll see that the coordinate system is overlaid on top of the component coordinate system. If you are having models that are coming into Vericut that are not positioned correctly or oriented properly, first take a look at the attached component and make sure it is correct. Next, make sure that your models were exported on the correct coordinate system that matches your attached location inside of Vericut. For more information on the attached component, please see the Vericut help.